This is Eric from Postcard Reflections, and we're going to do a What Sold video. These are for the postcards that sold between June 22nd and July 5th, so the last 2 weeks. I did change my pricing structure 2 weeks ago. Generally the basic cards are starting out like at $4.75 with free shipping, so I dropped the cards that were between $4.25 and $4.99 down to $3.95 with $1 shipping. So it gives me a few more cents on single cards. I do lose some money when people buy more than one. So I sold 27 postcards. Average sale was about $6.17. And we're gonna get over to eBay and see what we got. Okay, first up we have a postcard Rock of Gibraltar East aerial view. Sold for $3.95 plus $1 shipping. It's the continental size, unused on the back. Then we have, it's like a linen, it's a standard size, it's like a linen. Postcard St. Petersburg, Florida, sailboat racing. This will also $3.95 plus $1 shipping. Unused. These first 5, I believe, all sold on the June 22nd on a Sunday. Postcard Marion, Michigan, aerial view. This sold on the best offer of $5. Continental sized, unused. Sergio Star Wars comic book cover postcard. I had 2 of these. The buyer bought both of them for a total of $7.90. This is just slightly bigger than the standard, slightly smaller than the continental. Unused. And so the ones before are all sold on Sunday. Then Monday and Tuesday of that week, I didn't sell anything. On Wednesday here, sold this Dutch romantic postcard. I actually sold it for $3.50. I sent an offer out for $3.55, and the person sent me a message wanting to know if I could do $2.50. Well, I go, well, $2.50 plus the $1 with shipping, that's $3.50. I can do that. So I went in to edit the listing, and because I had offers out on it, eBay wouldn't let me do that, edit the listing. So I ended up messaging them, and they bought it at the $3.55 plus the shipping, and then I refunded them $1.05 to make it $3.50. And I hope that was clear enough. But standard size, used on the back from about 1913. Nice little card. Next we have Vienna, Austria, a restaurant over there. This is the Mark Twain room. This sold for $6 and used on the back. And all the ones I've shown so far I sold 2 weeks ago. So the Dutch one was sold on Wednesday, and this one sold on Saturday. So I sold 7 cards that week, and then the rest of these are from this last week. First up, greetings from Panama City Beach. It's a continental size. Sold for $3.95 plus shipping. Unused on the back. Postcard Friarfield, Alabama. Parachute jump, U.S. Army Infantry School Airborne Department. This sold for full asking of $10.95. Standard size. Took about a year to sell. Unused on the back. Then you have George Washington, Valley Forge in Prayer. It's a white border card, I believe. Unused, sold for $7. I got 1 left of those. And then I sold my other oversized Christmas Night of Miracles, Cats, Angels Wings Fantasy. Sold for full asking of $14.95. It's unused. This was also the highest seller of the last 2 weeks. Okay, Sable River, Michigan. Sold for $3.99 plus shipping. Continental. It's unused. Okay, Postcard the Reading Rooms in England. Street View Shops. This sold for full asking $3.95 and used on the back. And this one was headed back to the United Kingdom. Linen Trailer Comics, Losing the Camping Trailer. This sold on an offer of $3.56. Standard size. Unused. Nice little colorful card. Kona Inn in Hawaii. Sold for $3.55 on an offer. Looks like it came out of an album. Continental size. Animal Tree, Big Basin, Santa Cruz County, California. It's sold on an offer of $3.36. It's a standard size, unused. Then we have Josephine Baker, American-born French singer, dancer, actress, full body. 2 of these. I have 2 of these. One sold for $5.50. It's unused. Continental size. And we have a friendly giraffe at the Florida Lyon County Safari. Sold for full asking. Well, no, this sold on an offer at $3.36. Continental size, unused. And then we have Whiteside Mountain, North Carolina, between Brevard and Highlands. This sold for $3.95. It's a linen, unused. It's sold shortly after listing. Morgantown, West Virginia University, 1988 Mountaineer Marching Band. Continental size. Sold for $3.36 on an offer. Unused. I've got one left of those. Redhead on the Beach. It sold on an offer of $7.50. Continental size. Unused. And this historic covered bridge, Quaker City, Ohio, Guernsey County. Sold for full asking of $3.50. The standard size. Unused, except for the writing from the person before who probably used it for their inventory. And Hutchinson, Kansas, Riverside Park. This sold on an offer of $3.36. It's a standard size. Unused on the back, but does have writing. Then we have the first grist mill in America, Nova Scotia, Port Royal, Canada. Sold full asking of $3.95. Had this one listed since December of 2023. Unused on the back. And then we have Collie Pups. This sold for full asking $3.99. This one has free shipping on it still. The standard size. It's unused on the back. 2 more. Another Star Wars postcard, Dark Force Rising, number 1 from that series. $3.95. And like I said, they're a little bit bigger. They're bigger than a standard and just slightly shorter than a Continental. And lastly, Postcard, Ontario Place, Aerial View, Toronto, Canada, Lake Waterfront. It sold for full asking of $3.95. It is a Continental. It's unused. And there we go. Have a great day.